Imagine this Seoul's vibrant streets, usually alive with chatter and commerce, fall eerily silent. The hum of democracy, cultivated through decades of struggle, is abruptly drowned out by the footsteps of soldiers and the strict curfews of martial law. South Korea, a beacon of democratic progress in Asia, finds itself at a crossroads. Citizens, once empowered by their hard-earned freedoms, now grapple with the chilling question, what if democracy, the cornerstone of their nation, could vanish overnight? In December 2024, President Yoon Suk-yeol's decision to declare martial law plunged South Korea
저는 북한 공산 세력의 위협으로부터 자유 대한민국을 수호하고 우리 국민의 자유와 행복
into political and social turmoil.
I'm really worried about the safety of my family living in Korea.
This controversial move, meant to address alleged national security threats, has stirred echoes of dark chapters in the nation's history, like the Gwangju Uprising of 1980. But why was this decision made? Was it a genuine bid to protect the nation, or a strategic ploy to consolidate power amidst rising opposition? What are the global implications of such a drastic step in a key US? Since taking office in 2022,
South Korea has a new president after former conservative prosecutor Yoon Suk-yeol won by less than 1%. Yoon jumped into politics last June after a 27-year career as a prosecutor. He achieved fame during
Yoon's leadership has been marked by bold policy moves but increasing public dissatisfaction. Critics argue that his governance is divisive.
We start in South Korea, where President Yoon Suk-yeol is now facing growing calls to resign after his short-lived declaration of martial law.
Particularly as his administration pushes forward controversial security and economic reforms. Yoon's Conservative Party holds a challenging position against the majority-held opposition Democratic Party, leading to legislative stalemates and heightened political tensions. Reports of financial mismanagement and abuse of power within Yoon's administration have spurred public protests. These allegations have deepened existing distrust among citizens. Escalating threats from North Korea, including recent missile tests and military provocations, provided the justification cited for the martial law declaration. Martial law was declared under the premise of ensuring national security and political stability. President Yoon argued that measures were necessary to combat pro-North Korean forces and protect the constitutional order. The declaration was met with immediate backlash from lawmakers, civil society, and international observers. Protesters gathered en masse in Seoul, accusing Yoon of authoritarianism and undermining democracy. The imposition of martial law in South Korea evokes historical memories of authoritarian rule, notably the military dictatorship periods of the late 20th century. This context amplifies concerns that current actions could erode democratic institutions, setting the stage for broader political unrest. After World War II, tensions erupted on Jeju Island over US-led administration and plans to establish a separate South Korean state. The South Korean government deployed the military, declaring martial law to suppress communist-aligned uprisings that tens of thousands of civilians killed or displaced, left deep scars in public memory, representing the abuse of state power under the guise of maintaining order, sparked debates about the misuse of martial law to stifle political dissent. Following President Park Chung-hee's assassination in 1979, Chun Doo-hwan seized control, extending martial law nationwide to suppress opposition. Citizens of Gwangju protested against military rule and demanded democracy. Chun's regime responded with brutal military force, leading to the massacre of hundreds, marked a turning point for South Korea's democratization movement, cemented martial law's association with oppression, and fueled demands for constitutional reforms. Martial law has historically been exploited to consolidate power rather than protect citizens. The public's resistance to these measures has strengthened democratic movements, leading to eventual reforms like South Korea's 1987 democratic constitution.